Unobtainable characters. Yeah, let's talk about that. Some people may say that, well, they're limited for a reason. You should have been there, and yeah, I get that. But here's the problem, and when you see it, you kinda just can't unsee it, and that's the limited room itself. It just feels bad. Not even like you go there and you're like, oh, okay, cool, this looks nice. No, it's more like showing you that, yeah, you don't get this, and you can't do anything about it. Like, let's say you're a new player and you join ULC, and you start, like, you go into low-win servers and you get your first 100 wins and you start like upgrading characters and all this shit, and then you walk into that room and you just see, oh yeah, those things, no, you can't get them, like, ever. And I'm like, why just why? It just sucks. And I know some people will say, you should have been there. Well, that's the point, you should have been there. You should have been playing when the event was up there. Or it's here because the people were playing before you. Okay, like, hear me out. A lot of us were playing when the event was there, but some of us were just like kids. Some of us didn't know what was going on, and some of us just straight up lost their accounts. And most people didn't even know that the ULC exists, and most people don't even know that it exists right now. So it's not like we actually wanted to miss it, it's just that we kinda accidentally did. For me personally, I had an account that I made when I was 7, with every single event up to iSense. Yeah, that just straight up hurts. And whenever I just go into that room, I just feel this, oh yeah, I had them, I know they exist, and after gone forever, it's just so fucking angry. And the fact is that ULC just doesn't let you forget. It's just like, the portal, I know it's kinda put to the side so it's not really in the way, but whenever I just go there, it just, why do they have to have the best room that there is? Why? It's just a room that's made for you regretting that you weren't playing sooner. You walk in and you see this giant room with just black with the giant clock in the background. Then you look to your left, there's 2 senses. You look to your right, there's 2 senses and a Hera. You go to that and then you see 2019, 2020, 2022. And that's when you're like, oh no. And they just look at you, standing still, and go like, huh, sucks to suck. And you're just like sitting there in your chair, being like, bro, please, I just wanna play the game. It's even worse when you actually really like to 100% things, when you're a completionist, because the game basically never lets you 100%. It's not because you suck at the game, and it's not because the grind is hard, even though it fucking is. And it's not even that anything is just really hard. It's just kinda like, oh, you didn't play back then? Well, sorry, you will never complete the game. And it just sucks. As ULC is a game which is heavily based around your progression. It's made around this concept where by winning you get stronger stuff, or you unlock more stuff, which basically means you have more options to play. And this is what makes ULC fun. You always get new options, or you have always something that you're looking to get. That's why you play the game. For example, where the mastery skins were still in the game, you had like a reason to grind 10,000 DXP on somebody because you knew there was some reward for it. But when there are literally 5 characters in the Sands team and a Kera and a weapon that you cannot get because they're locked behind a fucking time machine because you weren't online on Christmas Day during 2019 and you didn't specifically chose to play Under the Last Corridor. Well, I'm sorry, you don't get that. And I don't want to harass the devs or anything, because the devs are working on probably one of the only fun games on Roblox right now. There are other fun games, but they have greedy devs or are just filled to the brim with stuff that just sucks. And for people who already have these characters, good for you, like, I'm happy that you have them, but it's just like, why can't nobody else get them? Because when a new player joins, or somebody who comes back after quite a time, because they like stop playing ULC or it just stop being fun and then they get back into it, or people who just lost accounts, after some time they just get this feeling that's really depressing, that oh wait, right, I can no longer use this and I never will. So I do have two ways how to fix this. The first one of them being really simple, but it's probably not the way to do this. I think the second one is much better. And the first one is, of course, they rotate. Like every single year at maybe, I don't know, like in Christmas they return once a day or something like this, making them basically being obtainable if you wait long enough for them, turning them from unobtainables to seasonals, which are like 10 times better. And it won't ruin that much of the rarity of them, because it's still just going to be one day, but you know that you can like plan ahead so you can get them. It's just, I don't want even more, maybe just like once a year, like on an anniversary, whenever there's like the Undertale birthday or like the ULC birthday, maybe they will give you like, they will make one unobtainable character available, and it will always change depending on which one you have. It will go like from the most recent to the least, it will just like rotate this backwards, and it will just get rid of the feeling that, well, you can just get it. It would get rid of this sadness that you can have as a completionist, which is really nice. But there will people, of course, be like, oh, but I need to get compensated for it. Bro, you literally had something for 3+ years, not even long, maybe even longer. The last event was in Halloween 2023, I think. I know it was Bone Walker, as I have him on my new account, but I think it was 2023. Yeah, it's cool that you have him, but do you really need to get compensated for something that you were able to play for such a long time before anybody else? Isn't that kinda your reward? And this really nicely ties into the second option, which I think is much better, and that is make them permanently obtainable, but make them very hard to get. Basically, give them extremely hard quests that take extremely long. Something like Mr. Common, which they added recently, which is kind of like a joke style, but something like that even harder, and make them basically just endgame content that you can get once you basically max everything, or you have like 6,000+ wins, because at that point there isn't really anything for you to do. So now making all those unobtainables available and giving them like a quest that can even take up to 15 hours for a single character, it will just give you this stuff that you can do in the game. It's not like you're just playing for fun, which is great, but it will get stale after some time. You still have something you're looking up to. You still have this, okay, I still need to get this. And it would make you basically motivated to play the game for longer. And this way, the old people who still have them can keep them and still kind of flex with them, because right now you either got it for free and you also played with it for I don't know how many years, but also the new players can flex with them because they managed to complete something extremely hard that 99% of the community won't get. And I think that the only thing that should be also given to the OG players is either a special name color or a special badge on their profile when you open it. Basically giving them, not giving them, but telling all the people that yeah, they have them, and they had them before like a 10,000 wins player got them. Now, why I think this is much better option is because right now it just gives you something to look up for. It just doesn't kill your motivation knowing that okay, even though I now have everything, there is still this stuff, but I cannot use it. Because the thing that really makes me sad is that all of those limited characters have probably one of the most unique gameplays, or have probably one of the most unique mechanics. Like, let's say Ice Hands, he has literally a one-shot mechanic that's completely unique to him. Nobody else has it. And yeah, then there is Horrorfell, who is kinda like not unique, but he would be a pretty cool replacement basically for pre-rework horror, because not like they should replace, no, I don't mean, just like I used to have pre-rework horror and I used to play when he was just normal horror, so it would give you this also sense of nostalgia, even probably not for people who didn't play back then, but for like us returning players, it would give you quite a bit of nostalgia being able to once again unlock these characters, and I think that would just be so nice. Now, to finish this, I'm not going to complain just because I like to complain. I really like ULC. I have probably put up to 200 hours into it. I am pretty crazy with that, but I used to play back in 2019, I played it for such a long time, and I just wanna enjoy the game. But when you are a completionist, seeing those unobtainable characters, they just leave this weird feeling in you, that this incompleteness, and it's like reminding you that nah, you don't. So yeah, that's basically all I wanted to talk about it. If you disagree, that's completely fine, it's your opinion and this is my opinion. If you agree, I really like it, and if you feel just anything, comment it, I will probably reply to you, and thanks for watching. I do wanna add something more, and that's if any of these devs will look at this video, I really hope that you will not like straight up go hating on me because I insulted something that you like. I did not mean that at all. If you agree with my opinion, that would be even better. If you like think this is a really good way to do this. So thanks and bye.